really lovely to be in your home. I always love coming here. You know, this art-filled home, and you and your Argentinian husband, wonderful hosts. We've known you since the 1980s, and it's been a wonderful friendship. Both of you are generous, you are warm, of course. Horacio's Spanish background, and you, by nature, a generous friend. It's been wonderful knowing the two of you. And over the years, I mean, we have lots of wonderful memories of coming to your home because, you know, you're so stylish, you entertain beautifully, your tables are always amazing, you're so particular about everything. You know, it's, you are so detailed that your meals, your menu, your guest list, everything is kind of tailored to perfection. And of course, I mean, whenever we are here, we leave with wonderful conversation because you are doing wonderful things. Horacio is in business, doing all kinds of interesting things, and you always have interesting people. So what can I say? My book is all about entertaining, food, people, connections, and the joy of life. And you do it all so perfectly. It's wonderful to know you. But I look forward to, let's have a little chat. You know so many Pakistanis, you're almost like half a Pakistani yourself.
Well, first of all, commenting on our friendship it's quite remarkable. Because, you know, we met when you came to New York, and we met because we had been introduced by Shagufta and Azmat Hassan, who had already left their posting in New York, and we cultivated a friendship over and through the years that has been very meaningful. And yes, it's true. Coincidentally, in the 70s, we met several Pakistani diplomats through a friend of ours who actually was a diplomat from Colombia, and that's kind of how we met them, and we met you, and so forth and so on.
Tell me, I want to know about your profession, because I love art, we love art, we collect a lot of art ourselves. And you've got an incredible collection of art in this apartment.
Well, thank you very much. In general, the works that we've collected over the years have been with artists that I have actually worked with.
The one behind you, who's there?
Yes. Indeed, I curated her probably 4 times.
Who is this artist?
Jocelyn Carvalho, who is from Brazil and has shared her life and her working life and living life between the 2 countries. And I've curated her again a number of times, and I've published on her. I probably have curated or published, or both, on every artist that we have in this apartment. I am an independent curator, but I was an associate curator or an adjunct curator in over various periods of years for several museums. In addition to the years of work that I have dedicated to researching and curating and writing about Latin American and Latinx artists, I have also researched and curated and followed artists from many other countries. I'm on the honorary board of the Asian Diasporic Visual Culture in the Americas, and I've written 2 very extensive reviews of Zhu Bing and of Sazia Sikandar. When she
Sazia Sikandar, fantastic.
Who is, of course, from Pakistan and lives and works in New York and is rather globally, and not rather, but definitely globally famous, as is Zhu Bing. I have also curated and written on Navjot Altaf, who is from Mumbai. She was married to an artist, an Indian Muslim artist, who is deceased, and his sister is also deceased, Nasreen Mohammadi, but she too is very famous, and I have written on Nasreen. So I don't know, my artistic, academic, curatorial adventures have taken me around the world.
Tell me, you had a houseboy who was from Pakistan.
Yes.
Yes, I mean, he was very, I remember the first time I came to your house, we suddenly saw, what was his name?
Yusuf.
Yusuf,
Mohammed.
yes. And Yusuf was very friendly with my chef.
Yes.
And that was wonderful because he used to actually cook for you, and you enjoy Pakistani food.
Yes.
And so, you know, you're a very cosmopolitan kind of a person. You adapt wherever you go, and which is so wonderful, that you're comfortable wherever. And those are very special qualities about you.
Well, also talking about food, when we had Yusuf as a houseman for about 6 years, actually my children were quite young, and so they grew up on lots of kinds of different Pakistani foods, for that matter.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, that's
a
he
nice
met you for the
memory.
first time at your place. No, it's incredible. And your husband is from Argentina.
Originally, they're all from Argentina,
Yes.
and they moved in the late 50s.
And how did you meet?
I knew his brother when I was an undergraduate. He was just a casual friend, and he invited me, not as his date, but as a friend, to go to a college party. And Horacio had already finished NYU. I was in my senior year, and we met and we started to date and so forth and so on, and we're engaged and married within 2 years.
How lovely, how lovely. I'm sure you are such an attractive woman.
And we would have gone to Pakistan about 4 or 5 years ago, but our...
Yes, I remember you called, but you were in India that time.
No, we were in India, I think, in 2005. We went to Pakistan, in particular to visit the Hassans.
Yeah,
But Asmat got sick, and so we weren't able to go.
yeah. Well, I hope you're going to come while we are there, because we would love to host you, and so would
And
Shugufta.
I would like to go to the literary festival. That's something that I would look forward to.
Yes, you plan it, because that's in February. The Lahore Literature Festival is
Yes.
becoming it's turning into quite an important festival
Yeah, I think so. And also part of it was held at the Asian Society here in Park
in New
Avenue.
York. Yes.
One of the things that I'm doing now that's very interesting for me is that I'm on the board of the Park Avenue Sculpture Committee.
Uh-huh.
So I have proposed 4 artists already, sculptures whose work has been accepted by the committee, and they have shown for a period of 8 months on the avenue.
Okay.
And the next 2 will begin in March, and their works will be seen through October.
Wow.
So that's very exciting.
Yes. You've been doing a lot of very exciting work.
So one of the things that of course has given me a lot of joy is that during the COVID period, when we were all kind of under blankets, so to speak, you were in the throes of writing a wonderful book. You are invited, which is a marvelous book on your various recipes, and at the same time, the food centered around the people that you had invited throughout your life, when you were posted in various countries and in various places. And that was a very fascinating kind of adventure, if you will. Actually, it's one of life's adventures. Entertaining people who were so interesting from so many walks of life.
Well, you and Horacio are very much in it, because you fit the entertaining part of it, and your gracious hosts that you both are, charming hosts. I mean, I couldn't do the book couldn't be complete without the 2 of you.
Well, it was fun to me, and I'm really glad I was, because I too was in good company with Horacio.
So, Julie, tell me about Shafi Sikandar.
Shafi Sikandar today is considered one of the most important and innovative contemporary artists. I knew her work a bit before I knew her work a bit, and when I found out that she was going to have a major exhibition at the Morgan Museum library, I decided that I would write a review. So not only did I go to the opening and go to and see the exhibit many times, but I carefully studied this excellent catalog on Shazia Sikandar, Extraordinary Realities, which was also obviously the title of the exhibition. And it was published by a famous art publisher in Germany named Herzberg. And through the series of essays which were written by people of different backgrounds and nationalities, but all were scholars and were curators of great renown, I was able to learn a lot and do the review I did. She is known and celebrated for expanding and subverting miniature painting. And in so doing, she explores gender roles, sexuality, cultural identity, racial narratives, and colonial and post-colonial histories. So, for example, if you look at a work that she has entitled Housed, and you analyze it, you're going to see that the structure
This
of
is
the
the
house,
painting Julie's talking about.
now the structure of the house, which is the configuration on the black canvas, is like an open work textile, but it's really the outline of a burqa. And inside is some kind of a figuration, not to be identified by gender, that's in pink. So once you put the pink together, which, you know, at least in the United States, I don't know how many other countries use pink to symbolize a young girl, and blue for a young boy. You can tell that she is bringing up the idea of women who are totally covered and whose identity is absolutely unknown to anyone except her own family. So I think she opened up the burqa into this kind of almost, well, this open work fabric pattern, so that you as the viewer could see into it, but in so doing, you couldn't either identify the particular woman. So the question remains open to interpretation on who is housed. Anyway, she did this throughout her work, and it was a brilliant exhibit that, as I said, started at the Morgan Library Museum and then went to RISD, and after a 3 or 4 month period in RISD, it ended up in Houston at the Museum of Fine Arts. So it's very exciting. Actually, the law court, or the city law court, commissioned Sajia to do a sculpture that is on the roof of the court,
That's
downtown near 23rd Street. And it is the only sculptural figure of many who are all men, and this is a woman. So,
How amazing is
that's,
that? Yes.
it was exciting to
Yeah. I'm glad you said it, because when people come here, they can go and, is it open to public?
Well, it's on the roof.
Yeah.
So all of the statues are visible to the public.
Okay.
And it can be seen from the Madison Square Park, which is a very famous square park that actually has shown Shazia's work post this particular exhibit. And at the same time that the sculpture was commissioned and positioned on the rim of the roof of the New York court.
Amazing. Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much.